Today, Jeff.
Well, Wendy, I think the biggest thing that happened today is that the medical examiner backed up what the prosecutor has been saying about how Rosemary Christensen died and punctured holes in Robert Temple's version of how his wife died. James Binding from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office says in 2008, Robert Temple's mistress, Leslie Stewart, led him to a rural field in Gilchrist County, Florida, on her father's property. They started digging there and found a large green plastic tub.
If you would take the lid, it would be upside down. The wheels were up, the bottom was facing up, and the lid was at the bottom.
And Rosemary Christensen's body lay inside. The medical examiner, Dr. John Thogmartin, then examined the body, which he says had partially decomposed inside the tub. But he says Christensen was also still wearing a sweater which contained important clues.
It had 3 slit-like holes in it. That particular slit is about 2.9 centimeters or a little bit over an inch in size.
Thogmartin coupled the slits with the condition of Christensen's body to decide she had died from a stab wound.
I classified her cause of death as multiple sharp force injuries and her manner of death as homicide. And that was done within a reasonable degree of medical certainty? Yes.
Thogmartin was also certain about something that didn't happen. He says given how her body looked, Rosemary Christensen could not have simply fallen on a knife and died in her bedroom. That's important because that's how Robert Temple, who's representing himself in court, says his wife died after fighting with his mistress while he wasn't there. 2 law enforcement officers who investigated this case, including the one that you saw in that story, testified this afternoon. Also, interviews with Robert Temple by law enforcement right after his wife disappeared back in '99 were played for the jury this afternoon. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you more about what was said in those interviews 12 years ago. Live in Pinellas County, I'm Jeff Butera, ABC Action News.